Hey guys, I'm Tim, and I've been living in the Netherlands for 8 years now, so I really want to share my experience with you.
And I'm Dennis, I'm Dutch, and I'm here to check that he doesn't say anything mean about the Dutch, because otherwise I'll just kick him under the table.
This video is about 11 things I noticed when I first came to the Netherlands, aka culture shock. So I've put together a list of 11 things I noticed when I first came to the Netherlands, which were super weird, so I really want to share them with you.
And please subscribe to the channel as well, because we have more of these videos on living in the Netherlands coming up for you, and we have travel and food tips for Amsterdam and travel and food videos from all over the world. That's our channel STUFR, so subscribe. But let's get to these 11 culture shocks.
Yes, let's go. Let's start with number 1. So the first thing is, which actually doesn't apply to you, Dutch people are freakishly tall. I've never felt so small in my whole life. I've always thought I was like average height, not that tall, but okay. And then I came here and everybody was a giant all of a sudden and I felt like a dwarf.
Yeah, you are not the tallest person in the world. Well, of course, yeah.
You're a little taller, but not much.
A little bit, no. I'm 178, so that's not...
I'm 173.
Yeah, 73 is small.
Yeah. Sorry.
What is like the average here? At least 180.
83,
83, yeah. And
for women,
yeah.
I think you have the average height for Dutch women.
That's what I have, yeah. Oh, you?
I do.
Oh, okay, that's the problem. Yeah.
Or maybe, what was it? 170 or maybe actually 73, I don't know.
Yeah.
The first thing I think everybody notices when they first come to the Netherlands is that they're extremely direct. They will say everything right into your face without,
Yeah, right into your face. That sounds like if you're wearing something I don't like, I will say I hate your clothes. That's not what we do.
No, okay.
But we are direct. We don't like to say, like, for example, if you're in a meeting and you don't agree with somebody, in other countries it's very normal to say,
that's an interesting idea, but...
And here in the Netherlands we just say, I think this is better, or I just...
Yeah,
it's like,
I don't agree.
I don't agree,
yeah. You won't say, that's a stupid idea, but...
No.
That's too harsh.
We are respectful.
They still have manners.
Yeah, we are respectful, I think.
Yeah,
but we are very direct. Well, at least if we make a compliment, then we will mean it for sure. Mm-hmm. Because, we don't hand out compliments all day, every day. But if we give a compliment, then we definitely mean it.
Yeah. Another weird thing is, which really took me by surprise, is that Dutch women will give you 3 kisses on the cheek.
What's weird about it?
Yeah, that's so intimate. I don't know.
Yeah, but I had to get used to German people giving everybody a hug.
Yeah, that's nice.
I think that's even more intimate than a kiss on the cheek.
I don't know.
And I think there's many countries that give kisses on the cheek. In France, they do it as well.
Yeah, but not 3. 3 is a lot.
Yeah, maybe.
I think most countries only do 1 or 2.
I would be fine with just giving 1, actually.
Yeah.
But I don't think I can change the Dutch culture all by myself.
Yeah. And I'm always afraid to start at the wrong side.
That happens.
Yeah. And I always let it happen, and it's like, if I have to, then I will notice, and otherwise I won't do it.
Yeah.
Yeah. But only women amongst each other and women and men do it, but not 2 men. Except if they're gay.
Yeah, okay.
Another weird thing, Dutch houses have giant windows. The first time I saw that, I thought, are they living in an aquarium or something, or like in a zoo?
But don't you like the sun to come in?
Yeah, but I don't want to share my whole life in my house with everyone who walks by. And they don't use curtains.
Wow, some people use curtains.
Yeah.
Some people do.
Maybe it's more like an older generation thing.
It is, yeah. It's
exactly. Also more like the older houses have those giant windows. The newer ones,
they have
go back to the, for me, more the standard size windows.
But it is true that if at evening time you walk through a street, you can look into the houses of most people don't close their curtains at night. But it's not really appropriate to look into the houses when you walk by.
So it's more like I have nothing to hide, but also you are not allowed to walk in. To look in, yeah.
But I don't abide to these rules because I always like to peep into people's houses.
Yeah.
That's the advantage of no curtains.
But that's also why there is a German joke about this. They say the Dutch people had to pay, what is it called? Curtain taxes, so that's why they don't have curtains. Because they're cheap.
We're cheap.
And they don't want to pay that, so you don't have curtains.
Yeah. There you go.
The next thing about Dutch houses is like they're super narrow, and they're like, I don't know how many in one row, like next to each other. And in many streets, all of them look the same. Like you have like 20, 30, 40, 50 houses that all look exactly the same. And it was so weird for me when I first saw that. I was like, where's the individuality in this? Like, oh my god.
I think
who would want to live there?
It's just very structured.
Yeah,
I don't know.
And now I live in one of those. But on the inside they are really nice. And they are personal.
Thank you.
And also the garden is nice. But like in the front is like everything looks the same. And they're so close to each other. Like even in a small village, where in my head, like a small village is like a there's enough space because there are not many people living there. But even there, they are so close by.
We're a tiny country. We need to use our space well.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah. If you know that makes sense.
Yeah.
But otherwise, it's like, why would you live so close to each other?
I have no answer. Besides the space.
That was also really surprising when I first heard that. Most people in the Netherlands give birth at home instead of a hospital. I was like, didn't they stop doing that like 50 years ago?
Yeah, I wanted to say I was born at home, but of course I wasn't born 50 years ago. Thank you.
Yeah.
But
it's still super common. I think it's even more than in hospitals still.
I think actually, no, maybe not most women, but women, they prefer giving birth at home because it's comfortable. They're in their bed already, in their house. And if everything goes according to plan, why go to a hospital?
Yeah.
And of course people go to hospitals a bit more often these days, but yeah, I think it's still very common.
What do you do if something goes wrong? If there's something happening, something is not right, then you first have to go all the way to the hospital, and then a lot can happen in between.
Yeah, I think the midwives, or the midwives, I think the midwives are...
Midwives?
I said midwives.
Yeah, the midwives.
Mid.
M-I-D.
M-I-D. Oh, I thought M-E-D.
No, that's not a medical wife, it's a midwife.
What's the mid for then?
Yeah, I don't know.
She's in the middle.
I think it's an old word for that.
Well, we'll not use this. Anyway.
It's a midwife.
Yeah. I also think the midwives are trained very well for these situations. Yeah. And maybe there's a doctor there, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
I think not always, but I heard that the midwives here are really well educated. So.
Yeah.
Apparently it works, otherwise people wouldn't do it, I think.
Yeah, of course. Otherwise I wouldn't be here.
Yeah. If you are coming from a country where you are used to have a car, maybe you should rethink it when you go here, because affording a car here is really expensive. Not only buying a car, but like paying the monthly costs, especially taxes are like super high. Especially compared to where I came from, it's like, I don't know, 6 times or maybe even 10 times more expensive.
Yeah, that's true.
So that's crazy.
A lot of people, especially living in Amsterdam, they don't even have cars. Parking is crazy there, and the cost it's just Yeah,
if you're living in a big city, especially like Amsterdam or whatever, you really shouldn't have a car. And public transport is perfect, so you won't need it.
Yeah.
One thing I noticed when I first came to a Dutch supermarket was that everything seems to be wrapped in plastic, or it's like pre-cut and pre-prepared, and I don't know, cut onions, cut potatoes, cut everything. Yeah.
Super handy. Yeah. Super efficient. Yeah. You come home, you open the bag, put it in the pan, and Bob's your uncle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's a little bit more expensive, but in a way it's very convenient, especially for people that are alone or whatever, or don't have a lot of time. They can still eat fresh.
Yeah.
So that's super nice.
Because the quality is really high, and it's super fresh, and it's easy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Of course, we don't buy it all the time because it's a little bit more expensive to buy it this way.
It's more expensive and you get less, and also like the
Also like the
you
don't remember. Let's go to the next point.
The next thing is really funny. But I've noticed that so many times, especially in university with all those young Dutch guys, a lot of them have like, I don't know how many tons of hair gel in their hair. Especially if they have like curly hair, and then they put it like all back to make it like sort of straight hair. It looks so stupid.
It doesn't look stupid.
Yeah, it does.
We just like to groom our hair. We like to use products. I think.
Oh, I like that too.
Yeah,
but I won't put like half a thing into my hair.
No, but especially if you compare it to German guys.
Yeah, they don't do anything.
They don't do anything to their hair. We
are
stylish.
Stupid.
We like to give our hair a little bit of a style, and I think
look,
that's
maybe
nice.
look at what I don't know, Italian guys. They look fantastic, and they don't have like half a ton of gel in their hair. And it's especially those guys that actually have curly hair.
Yeah, no,
and try to make it like straight, and it doesn't work, and it looks ridiculous.
Yeah.
Sorry, please don't do that. One thing on Dutch food, there are some traditional Dutch dishes that have one thing in common. They are all mashed. It's like a mashed potato things. Like I think the most common, the stampot. What are the ingredients?
Well, the most famous stampot is mashed potatoes with kale, or the other one is mashed potatoes with carrots.
Okay.
Oh, they're super nice, and it's super easy to prepare.
Yeah.
You can just do it in one pot.
Yeah.
I'll
give you that.
Yeah, it is really easy. And so check out actually, because we have some Dutch traditional food and snacks videos on our channel.
Yeah.
Actually, you made a Dutch mash once, and which was called Blue Lightning.
And it was
Check
really
that out.
cool.
It's really nice.
With the pears.
Yes, and we have many other food
nice.
videos on the Netherlands on our channel. Check it out.
Yeah. But I have to say I really like those, but like the other traditional dishes, like dishes, it's like only like a piece of meat, potatoes and some vegetables, and mostly they're not really like nicely seasoned or whatever, and it's like
No, they are nicely seasoned, I think.
It's like boring and
No,
I don't
no.
like it.
No, anyway, yeah, the Dutch are known for being potato eaters. We eat a lot of
I
potatoes.
thought it was the Germans.
No,
We have a lot of potato dishes.
they call the Dutch, they call them potato heads.
No, that's what they call the Germans.
Really?
Yeah, they call the Dutch cheeseheads.
Oh, well, I also think we're called, well, anyway.
And of course the weirdest thing is Dutch birthday parties.
What's wrong with them?
They congratulate everyone. And you are also obliged to congratulate everyone on the birthday of that person you are celebrating.
That's super nice, super social.
But it makes no sense.
Everybody is happy that they celebrate
Congratulate
their birthday.
with, what would I always say? Gefeliciteerd with that person, or with your child, with your son, with your brother, with your aunt, with your uncle,
friend.
with your friend.
Yeah.
Everything. And you also have to know all the relations.
It's super nice that you just congratulate everybody that's in the room with the birthday of the birthday boy or birthday girl. I
But
think
it,
it's nice.
but it also happens for other occasions. It's not only birthdays, but also if you achieve something else in your life.
Yeah. We will actually make a proper video on Dutch birthday parties because there's so much more to tell you about it.
There was only one thing, and there are a lot more.
There is like also 11, so that things that he thinks that are weird on a Dutch birthday party, and I think are super normal and
Not
super
only me.
nice. So check out that video; it will come up in somewhere up here. I think that's about it for this video, isn't it?
Yeah, that was it. There was
11.
11 things I noticed when I first came to the Netherlands. Quite weird.
And I didn't even have to kick him under the table because you were quite polite.
Oh, thank
you were
you.
quite polite. I wasn't that offended.
I am polite. I'm not Dutch.
You're saying Dutch are unpolite. We're just direct.
Yeah. But that's what the vibe people get, especially if you're coming from like, I think from an English-speaking country, they're used to like very nice conversations and like nice small talk and whatever.
Yeah. Well,
And complimenting each other.
check out the rest of our videos on living in the Netherlands, all of Tim's experiences from living here, being an expat in the Netherlands. Check them out and check out our Discover Holland playlist as well, where you get to see the most beautiful parts of the Netherlands.
Yeah.
And subscribe.
And if you can't get enough of those videos, check out our next video on 11 habits I acquired while living in the Netherlands. So I have become quite Dutch.
Yeah, you've
in the
Dutchified.
meantime. I've Dutchified.
Dutchified.
And also check out our other videos on the 11 Things playlist about Dutch people.
See you soon.
Bye, thanks for watching.
Bye bye.
Do you want to see us stuff more food in our mouths? Then subscribe to our channel or watch another STUFR.